NBC4's Matthew Herchick spoke with another group lending a helping hand.
Well, Brad, it comes as no surprise whether it's a single-family house fire or a major disaster. Volunteers from the American Red Cross are routinely among the first resources available to victims, and it will be no different when Hurricane Ian arrives in Florida later this week. I spoke with the Greater Columbus chapter of the American Red Cross this morning, and they tell me that they have 6 volunteers either on their way or already at their staging locations ahead of the storm. They say they have hundreds of volunteers on standby, ready to mobilize at a moment's notice, and they expect even more volunteers to begin making their way down in the coming days. Now, when they arrive, they'll be helping in a variety of ways, from volunteering at evacuation shelters to performing disaster assessments or driving emergency response vehicles and even distributing food. Executive Director Corey Paul says that these are highly trained and experienced volunteers who know they're going to encounter individuals at their worst moment, and that's exactly why they're there.
You do see a lot of trauma, you do see a lot of hurt and pain, but you are able to help with that. And that's really the driving force for a lot of our volunteers. Again, to be that listening ear, to be that shoulder to cry on, to be that person.
Now, Paul says their volunteers typically work 14 to 21 day deployments, and he says that's because they're often working 16 to 18-hour days, and they want to make sure that they take care of their volunteers as well, make sure they get them back safely to their families here in Central Ohio. Local for you in Columbus, Matthew Herchick, NBC4.